Welcome back to another episode of the Flint Life Digital Nomad series. Now it's time to take the leap and to really make the transition into that digital nomad lifestyle and to really make it happen and take action. In today's video, we're going to talk about making sacrifices, saving up money, becoming minimalistic, and making the necessary steps for you to become a digital nomad in 2021. My name is Duco Flint. I'm a digital nomad and I've been on the road for many years. And in the Digital Nomad series, I help you a hand to do the same and to start your digital nomad adventures. This is probably the most fun chapter of becoming a digital nomad, but also the hardest part. This is really all about making sacrifices and priorities. Alright guys, I'm super stoked and let's get you in a tropical destination like this one. Let's do this! I'm gonna tell you this phase is maybe a bit scary because some decisions may feel uncomfortable and maybe in the back of your head you're like, oh, this is not really, is this what I want? This is going to give me actually the safety that I need. But if you really want to become a digital nomad, you gotta make these steps and you will love yourself for doing it. Trust me. You have to make the decision right now if you're actually going to follow up to live that lifestyle. If you're not going to prioritize and make sacrifices, this digital nomad lifestyle will never happen for you. Okay guys, let's talk a little bit finances. It's pretty basic. All you want to do is you want to have saved up enough for you to actually make the jump. I'm not a bookkeeper, I'm not an accountant, but my advice is to simply always have enough and make sure you have a bit of a buffer so you don't feel like you're in survival mode and you have to work. So to help you the best way with forecasting your expenses that you will have in the destination where you're going, I created for you the Digital Nomad research paper, free for you to grab in the description. And it's basically an Excel sheet, and in there you can calculate how much you need for you to make that jump. And please let me know if you have any questions with regards to that research paper. You can always send me a message on Instagram, feel free to do so, or you can simply put a comment under the video and I will do my very best to reply to you. Alright, now we've come to a very fun, exciting, but also challenging part of your journey. You are going to really set boundaries on everything that's going to be bad for your wallet or for your time. So you're going to cut out on everything that does not bring you to the destination where you want to be. So for example, you gotta learn to say no to dinners, to having drinks, to watching Netflix, and to buying things that you don't need. Everything that will not get you to the destination, you have to put a big fat boundary on it. And everything that's going to help you to actually get there, that's where you want to say, yes, let's do this. So for example, you want to be focusing on saving money. You want to be focusing on getting in those extra hours from your work so you can maybe make a bit more money and extra money maybe. Maybe you want to sell your car because you don't need it anyway where you're going, or your motorbike, or your bike, or maybe your TV. Any of those things you want to sell because you're not gonna bring them to the destination anyway. Think about it. If you're going to have that one dinner with your friends, and let's say you're going to spend $50 on that night, that $50 is way more worth in different countries, for example in Asia. So every single dollar that you spend here where you are right now, you cannot spend in the place where you're going to live. My question to you is, do you accept this challenge? Write in the comments, I got this, in big capital letters, if you accept this challenge. Remember, each single decision that you make will decide if you're going to your destination sooner or later. Now I'm going to share with you a few tips that I wish I knew before I started my journey. So the very first thing you want to think of is your administration. You want to make sure that when you leave your country, that your administration is all fixed. Maybe you need to have a bookkeeper, maybe you want to have an accountant, so that when you are going to be in that destination, that you have no worries, no stress around this topic. Number 2, you want to make sure that you have a good health and travel insurance. So no matter where you are right now, if you're going to live abroad, you want to make sure that in any case, if anything happens, that you are covered and that you don't have to stress about this. Credit cards. This is super important. Make sure to have always a debit card and a credit card. Sometimes it happens that the ATMs in the certain destination don't work with one card, but then you have the other card so you can still get money. This happens all the time. Another reason why you want to have a credit card is simply the fact that in some countries they don't accept your debit card. Interesting to look at with credit cards is also looking at point systems. Maybe you can save up points so you can travel for cheaper, maybe you can have lots of benefits, but also nowadays you can actually get covered with health and travel insurance through your credit card services. On top of that, it's really good to have 2 cards because in case you lose one, you still have the other one, right? If right now you're looking for a credit card option, I highly recommend you to use Revolut. Revolut is globally accepted, super user friendly, they have minimum transaction fees, and you can even trade cryptos on there if you like. If you want to get a card, you can sign up for free and they send you a card in a matter of days. I already lost 2 cards and in like 2 to 3 days you have a new one. So it's super fast service, and if you want to get one of those, highly recommend it. I will drop a link for you in the description. Then the next tip, check your passport and make sure that the expire date is not very soon. You want to have enough space for yourself so you can travel without the worry of renewing your passport. Then next tip, who's going to take care of the meal? Once you are abroad, you don't know where you're going to be and you may miss out on some important stuff. Then make sure you look into the visas. Does your preferred destination require you to have a visa? Look into this because this can be actually a pain in the ass, and you want to make sure that you have everything sorted long before you actually depart. Let's talk minimalism. So minimalism is basically traveling with the least possible and only with the things that you actually need. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at your stuff and really pick the things that you really cannot go without, and all the other stuff you leave behind, you give it away or you sell it. Then there's the buy it there method. The buy it there method is a really good thing to think about. For example, when I got to Indonesia, I didn't have a rain jacket. When I was in the Netherlands, I knew that I needed a rain jacket because I was coming in the rain season. And I also knew that rain jackets were cheaper here, so I chose not to buy it there, but to buy it here. And actually, while I'm here, the rain jackets are way better and way cheaper. Alright guys, now if you succeed this chapter, you should be almost ready to go. Right now you have the digital nomad job, you sold all the possessions that you don't need and made some extra bucks. You saved up enough money to make the jump. You sorted out all the administration, your insurance, your banking card, your passport documentation, and all the visa stuff. You know what the most valuable things are that you actually want to bring with you, and now you're ready for the next chapter. If you want to be a part of the next chapter and you want to have more tips around becoming a digital nomad, then make sure to subscribe to the Flynn Life channel for weekly videos with tips, tricks, and more about my travels here on the road. And also, if you learned something today, make sure to support the channel by hitting that like button. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on Instagram, Flying Flint. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Love, peace, and don't forget to smile.